God, he already knows your situation. He already knew your situation before you even went through it, and he already has prepared a way out for you. And here we see in Jonah's story, hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited today. We are finishing Jonah chapter 1, and there's only one verse, so it should be pretty quick reading. And if you didn't watch the other videos, please go back and watch those before watching this one. And if you want to follow along, I'm going to be reading out of the New King James Version. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. So that's it, guys, just one verse, but it is a great verse. I love this verse. It tells us, now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow Jonah. The Lord prepared. The Lord prepares things. Why? Because he already knew what was going to happen. He already knew Jonah was going to be disobedient, and he prepared the fish beforehand. God, he already knows your situation. He already knew your situation before you even went through it, and he already has prepared a way out for you. And here we see in Jonah's story, this was different. His disobedience had caused this great fish because God was trying to get him to turn back to do the thing that God was calling him to do. So as long as you are walking in obedience to God, doing the will of God, trying to, as hard as you can, to keep your eyes on Jesus and walk the path that he has set before you, then he's already prepared the way. And even if you're being disobedient, which obviously you shouldn't be, he's also prepared that way as well. He's prepared a way for you to turn around and go back in the direction that he's calling you to do. And here we see this in Jonah's story. Jonah was disobedient. He ran away from God, did the thing that he shouldn't have done. And what happened? God didn't leave him. He didn't abandon him, but he prepared a fish beforehand. He already prepared this fish knowing what would happen so that it would turn Jonah back to the way that God was calling him to go. So this can be used in so many different ways. You can use this as a fact of knowing that God is sovereign. His sovereignty over us is amazing. He already knows before. He knows your past. He knows your present. He knows your future. He already knows what's going to happen in your life before you even know it. He knew the situation that you were going to go through, that you were going to face, the trials you were going to face, the hardships you were going to face, the sickness that you were going to face before it even happened. And he has already prepared a way out of that. And that I find is so beautiful, to know that God already knows. He already knows what you go through. Like when we go through things in life and we're like, how long, God? How long is this going to take? Where are you leading me, God? Why is this so hard? God knew you would feel this way. God already knew. He knew you would feel this way, and he's already prepared for you a way out. It's like being in a wilderness and you don't know where you're going. You don't have the coordinates of where to go, but God knows. And as long as you keep your eyes on Jesus and follow him, he's gonna lead you out, and you just have to trust him to lead you out. Because here we see, if you're disobedient, it leads you in a different direction, and then God has to turn you around again, and you have to go back the way you came, just like Jonah has to do. He has to turn around, go back, because he was disobedient, went the wrong way. Don't go the wrong way, because obviously then you're going to have a little detour, and it's going to take even longer than what you had originally planned. And know that God's timing is perfect. This fish was prepared at the perfect time it came. It didn't come 10 minutes earlier or 10 minutes sooner. Otherwise, what would have happened? Jonah wouldn't have gotten swallowed by the fish. And I think that's crazy too. It says Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. I mean, that's crazy. He was in the belly of a fish. God prepared all this beforehand. He already knew what was going to happen. He already prepared this beforehand. And I find that really amazing that God already knows what we're going to go through, what we're going to face, and he has already prepared a way out. And I just want to end here with just saying exactly what I just said. If you're afraid, if you're scared, if you don't know where you're going, just follow Jesus. He knows exactly where he's leading you. And even if it looks dark around you, he knows the way out, and he knows exactly where he is taking you. All you have to do is just trust him. Trust him and know that he has already prepared beforehand the way for you to go. And like I said, that's all that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for listening.